Hi guys, sharing with you today how this journey began. The feelings, the emotions that I experienced that was a catalyst in me starting my locked journey. First off, I made a decision. I'd gotten to the point where I was looking around and seeing beautiful women, and they were everywhere, but I wanted women that I could relate to. Now, back then, it was braid hair magazines, and these were the type of, now I ripped this out of these old magazines. This was the look that was going. That was the look. And I was busy looking at all these pictures and photos of women who had that look. Yes, it's nice, it's beautiful. The hair is lovely and luxuriously straight, shellacked and everything like that. And that was all fine and cool. I was like, okay, that's just what it was. And I looked at it, and I thought it was okay. And at some point, I got to the point where I wanted to see women that I resonated with. Trying to pull out some more pictures here. First off, when I made that decision, then I started finding the pictures or being drawn to the pictures. And the first girl I showed you, beautiful, nice, cool. Back then, I was seeing women who, typically Halle Berry was out back then, and all her looks were fine, cool, beautiful woman. But then I came across this picture out of Essence calendar. I got a hold of this calendar years later after it was released. I was riveted by this picture. I liked her teeth. I liked her skin complexion. It's just so smooth, so clear, so rich, and I was in love with her hair. Look at her hair, the halo of thick hair. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, I'd just be so happy if I have hair like this. If my hair could be thick and luxurious and long like this. It was the feeling that I just couldn't get over the feeling, even though technically my hair will not ever be this dense. And it just won't be this dense. And I looked at her eyebrows. Look at her eyebrows. Oh, I was just so in love with this. This came out of, I don't even remember what year. All I know is I saw this picture in a magazine. I was riveted by it, loved it. I tried to track down the calendar. Couldn't. This is me physically, forcefully pushing to track down this calendar. And because this was years later. And I couldn't get a hold of it, and I just released it. I just said, okay, this is a picture that I like. Okay, it's not meant for me to have the calendar, and that's it. Later on, my brother, he knew some friends that worked at Essence, and they had access to back calendars, and lo and behold, I got that calendar. It's only recently I tore this out and retired the calendar because I had so much stuff, as you'll see, all these pictures and stuff of things I've collected over the years in the beginning of my journey. Next thing you know, I saw this. This was Lauryn Hill. Oh my gosh. I was riveted by her hair. I was like, look at her hair. It is shiny. It is twisted up on itself. This is when I became familiar with, was it Aveda products? They didn't say that back then, but she was the Fuji's diva, and I was in love. The next thing you know, she went to locks. And when I saw this silhouette, I was like, oh my goodness. Look how regal, look how sophisticated she looks with locks. That was it for me. That's when it started. Then I started to consume magazines. Well, I already said magazines. I started to consume books. I was just reading all these natural hair care books. And slowly but surely, some of them introduced just a small snippet about sister locks. They were small, tiny, stylable locks. All right. Now, this is in the beginning before the internet was big. Back then, it was AOL. AOL had the email service, and you had to pay for it back then. This is way before Google. I got a hold of her book, and I consumed it from cover to cover, read it again. And this was back then when she was autographing books. That says 12.98. I consumed this book. Then after that, I bought the next book. Which was the next book? This one. You're going to see watermarks. This is an older book, but I was riveted by this person's picture because her hair wasn't that super full, but it still looked gorgeous. And it showed the different types of looks, hairstyles, people who started. And my hair crush in this book was this one right here. Do you see her? Let me see if I can show you. From beginning to end. And this one, oh my gosh, I just loved her locks. So I consumed these things, and then I started to get depressed. I got depressed because I was like, oh, first I gotta tell you, 4 years later, so it was $12.98, I got the book. 4 years later, I decided to install because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was trying to be cheap. I was like, I like this stuff, but really, $400 was too much money to spend on my hair. It was just cheaper if I go and I get my hair retwisted, gel twists. So I did that. I got the gel twists, and when I first got them done, the dude raked my hair with a rat tail, and my hair was just coming off because he just kept pulling it, and it was a horrible experience. And then I fiddled with it too much. It was not working out for me. And then I decided, you know what? I need to get a hairstyle. I need to get my hair locked where I don't have to fiddle with it every day. And I went and plopped the money down and got it done. I also stalked this woman. See, these pictures are so old. I just couldn't get over it. To me, look at her curl, the style. I don't know who this is. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for posting your pictures online because you were my hair crush. And I just looked at these pictures. Okay. Then I started to get depressed because, you're on your journey and not everybody sees your vision. And to be honest with you, they're not supposed to. This is your vision. This is you growing. This is you stretching. This is you being on the leading edge of your own beauty and what it represents to you. And I remember calling the office, and at the time, I think there were some political things going on with sister locks and patents and all this other type of stuff. I don't know, don't quote me. But I remember when I called, there was like slight concern, like, who are you? Why are you calling? And I was like, please, I need some pictures. I've been getting things off. I need pictures. I need stuff. I just need help because I have to stare at pictures in order to feel good, to remind me of my vision, to remind me of where I'm going. And I said, I'll pay for them. And she, Dr. Cornwell, back then she'd answer her phone. Dr. Cornwell said to me, oh, it's okay. Just give me your address. And she didn't charge me. She sent me this calendar. And I consumed all the pictures. I just kept staring at them over and over and over again. I had loved this family. What is my point? I had no idea I was going to end up here. I had no idea I was going to end up giving a testimony almost 14 years later. The point is, it was the feelings that I felt and the things that resonated with me and I was drawn to that I followed. Life will give you certain breadcrumbs. It doesn't matter in what arena in your life, whether it's your hair, your body, your profession, the things you should be doing. And the funny thing is, no, my hair does not look like this. That was the ultimate goal. But the feeling that I get when I look at this is my version of it. So whenever you see someone out there and you see something that you like, it is to be inspired and stay inspired. Consume the pictures, look at the pictures, go to the blogs, collect the magazines, whatever it is, follow that feeling, follow that bliss, because that bliss will take you to where you need to be. And the funny thing is, when I look back on this picture, I'm like, the feeling that I get when I see this is the feeling that I have for me, even though I don't look like this. See, it's going to show up in your life what's best for you with what you have. It does not specifically mean it has to be identical to this. It just has to be your version for you. And as long as you are happy with it, you will be A-OK. Yes, we want to rush the process of things, but I look back and I am so happy that this picture found me. When you sit down and you really look at it, when you just release and don't need so much, but you just release and accept the beauty and accept the feeling and accept the bliss, the things that you desire start to make their way towards you. Trust your beauty and own it. Peace.